Howdy. It's time to go back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't check out my last video, make sure you do that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy your stay. Don't do no pity. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. You feel me? Today, we got a video from Everything Always. The new MCU Black Panther confirmed. Excuse my dog. Y'all might hear my dog.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka
And sorry for the last video. I know the audio
today is the Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars concept art leak that is making its rounds on almost every channel and every social media post. And if you somehow haven't seen it already, I'll link our video down in the description. And at the end of this, we covered all the slides. But we have to do a separate video for what might have been one of the most important revelations in all of that concept art. The reveal of very likely who's to be the next Black Panther.
They got everything
of course, issue the
out.
caveat spoiler warning here because it's concept art. It doesn't mean it's 100% for sure, but at this late in the game, this close to the casting, and with rumors abound over the last month, there's a real likely chance that via a concept art leak unintentionally, we now know who's going to be the next T'Challa in the MCU. We're breaking it all down. Quick reminder, we do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into this kind of content, especially leading up to the next Avengers movies, this is your #1 place to check in. We keep up with all the news as it's breaking and always keep you informed for all the leaks, rumors, official Easter eggs, etc. So again, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. It supports us as a channel, and I would sincerely appreciate it. Now let's dive into this concept art. Now again, today, a bunch of concept art for Avengers Doomsday leaked out, and one of the particular frames was of T'Challa or Black Panther standing out front of what looks like the entrance to Wakanda. Now, interestingly enough, 2 of those concept keys showed him masked in different iterations of his costume, but at least one of them had him unmasked, and the actor that was in the place for the concept keyframe was none other than Damson Idris, or Idris. Damson Idris.
Well, look like him.
Down in the comments.
You know what I'm saying?
This is one.
Bro, face to face, bro. I'll put the picture up. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, bro, but it probably ain't him. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it could be ancestor of him.
That has been rumored to have been cast as T'Challa, or at least had an offer, and this is coming on the back of Industry Insider reports a month ago from Industry Insider Jeff Snyder, the guy who nailed Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom.
Like,
at least
where's
2
all
months
that
before
at,
Marvel
bro?
confirmed that. He was the one who stated that they were actively trying to cast for a new T'Challa in the MCU, or who would be T'Challa's son that we saw in the post-credit scene of Wakanda Forever, now grown up in an older form. So basically, a new T'Challa, but T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa's son. And of course, when Marvel's brass was asked about this,
wait.
Of Wakanda Forever, now grown up in an older form. So basically, a new T'Challa, but T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa's son.
So he gonna be
when Marvel's brass was asked about this, they basically denied it.
Bro. Hell yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm saying they watching my videos, bro. It would be cool if his son was really not just gonna be nobody in the whole entire, like, bro, how are you not gonna be the Black Panther, the king, and you the son of the king and Black Panther?
And Coogler's actively working on a Black Panther 3 because Denzel Washington was the one who confirmed that Coogler's writing a role from him, and it looks like, by all accounts, he's going to be playing the villain. But now that we actually have a name, one of the most rumored names, this makes a lot of sense for the Avengers Secret Wars storyline, because if you've kept up with the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run, the one that it looks like they're drawing heavily from in this concept art, he is basically the main protagonist, or the guy who's going to lead the charge to eventually defeat Dr. Doom. And there's not really a spoiler warning needed for this because it's pretty much known at this point, but after Doctor Strange ends up dying in that storyline, he leaves 2 gifts for Black Panther, who's accompanied by Namor. One of them is a fully loaded Infinity Gauntlet, which he uses to lead an army of Marvel zombies to help defeat Dr. Doom. The other is a device that allows him to travel the multiverse at will. And so we wondered...
Wait, so Black Panther is going to be leading the Marvel zombies. I didn't know that, bro. That's what it seemed like is happening right here, bro. I didn't know that. So everybody that pretty much died, all the Avengers that died are pretty much coming back. I'm guessing those are going to be the zombies. You know what I'm saying? Which is hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty dope. So are they saying that's how Black Panther 3 is going to be? Or are they saying Black Panther 3 is going to lead into a story like that? Or is this Avengers, the Avengers story is going to set up a story like this, but it's going to be for Black Panther? Is that what they saying?
what Marvel Studios might do to sort of substitute for this character, and the truth is that they don't have to. They literally seeded his
They
son
got
at
the
the end
sun,
of
bro.
Wakanda Forever, and as long as they can age him up however they do with the multiverse and how the story goes, they have the T'Challa they need in the lineage of Chadwick Boseman's
I'm
616
so glad
T'Challa to
they
lead this
listening to
charge.
me,
Now,
bro.
again, I don't think
I'm
this is
so
much
glad
of a
they didn't choose
spoiler
to do
because people
somebody
have read
else and just
Jonathan
go with the
Hickman's
sun.
Secret Wars.
Thank
All
you.
of the panels from that comic are
Thank
everywhere
you.
online, and we also know Marvel Studios and their shows are not going to go beat for beat from the comics. Their story, they are saying, is extremely radical and challenging. You can bet they have their own spin on it. They're only taking elements from the imagery and the storyline, but now that they're introducing T'Challa for sure in Doomsday, or I basically think a lot of these panels were Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars basically mixed in together. Some of them are Doomsday, but now that we know that they're bringing T'Challa into the fold for the story, I think the fact that they had Damson Idris in those concept keyframes makes it a lot more
Do
likely that
you really
he
think
is
that
the
was him,
official
bro?
MCU
It
Black
do look
Panther
like
going
him, but do you really
forward.
think it was
Yes,
him?
occasionally they will go ahead and use an actor as a placeholder, but again, we are just so late in the game. They are literally starting to film on this, and next month, if they had an idea of who the actor is going to be in these keyframes, it's probably a good chance because, well, that's official. And of course, Marvel
My dog,
Studios
man.
would have loved to have held on to this and introduced a new T'Challa, say, on San Diego Comic-Con stage, but the real truth is
I'm glad
that
they
the
didn't do
Hollywood
a new
trades are
T'Challa, bro.
definitely going to
I'm glad
leak
they
this.
didn't do a new T'Challa, bro. The sun needs his reign. You know what I'm saying? The sun needs his time to shine, bro. And I don't feel like they should replace Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, bro. It's no point. They already led the last movie off with the sun, bro. So I'm glad they doing that, bro. It made the most sense. You know what I'm saying? It
Sooner
made the
than
most
later.
sense.
They're not making it to SDCC at the end of the
I
summer
wonder what
in order to
Neymar,
announce that.
what he
So,
gonna be doing.
as much as I really do feel for this
I'm
artist
playing
who
Marvel
obviously
Rivals,
didn't
and bro been
intentionally
killing me
do
a
this,
lot,
I
bro.
also have to question why in the world you're even putting this stuff up on ArtStation in the first place. And even if you thought it was private, it is not hard for some people to bypass that stuff. Just the fact
I
that he
didn't
was
see the leaks
uploading
yet.
it,
We gonna check
basically,
them out,
that's
bro.
what leads to this. And of course, this is nothing new for Marvel Studios. In fact, I would
another
argue the leaks about Toby and Andrew that kept coming steadily as if they were on a schedule from a marketing team throughout the entire summer, the whole year of 2021, is what made Spider-Man No Way Home one of the most anticipated and biggest grossing films of all time. So honestly, at the end of the day, I know that the artist probably feels terrible and he may be reprimanded. This may be negative for his career. At the end of the day,
The middle
these
of
kind of leaks and
2026
stuff really push
all
forward
the
the
way
marketing and in a
to
completely
2028
free
gonna be
way for
hard
Marvel Studios. So no harm, no
for the,
foul. But of
like,
course, Damson
movie
Idris
industry
getting
and shit.
revealed as the brand new Black Panther is something they probably wanted to hold on to as long as they could, but now we know.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like everybody kind of already knew he was probably gonna be Black Panther because, bro, we've been hearing about it for like months on end, bro. So everybody was already kind of like, we know most likely gonna choose him because who else is gonna be good enough to play it? That's how a lot of people felt, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel like it was a big surprise. I think everybody was just like, I think people were more surprised with who he was playing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of who is playing the character, they were just like, damn, what character is he going to play? You know, is he going to play Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther? But everybody, I'm glad he's playing the Sun, bro. I am.
Now, on
I'm
that
glad he's playing
exact
the Sun.
subject, and only because, again, I've been doing this for 7 years,
That's
and
the point
this
I'm
is the
trying to
kind
make.
of
I'm glad he's
content
playing the
that
Sun.
was the bread and butter at the channel around the time of Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Back in 2019, during the summer right after Avengers Endgame came out, we told you guys that Namor would be the villain in Black Panther. That actually came via an outlet called We Got This Covered that seems like they've sort of faded away in the background. At the time, they were a lot more prominent, but everybody called it clickbait and nonsense, and there's no way that we could know who the villain was, but it was true. Then early in 2020,
Hey, y'all
even
gotta
before the
watch out for the
pandemic hit,
clickbaits,
we
bro.
started talking about the
They
fact
will
that
put. Hey,
Spider-Man was
I'm,
going to...
I'm gonna let y'all know right now, bro. Because some companies are taking this. Because I think 50 Cent did this first. I'm not gonna lie. They will put out some fake news, you know, like some fake leaks, so people believe that's what it is. You know what I mean? And people can run with that, so they can really keep the secret. You know what I mean? So then it can really be a big surprise. Sometimes companies do that, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a beautiful marketing strategy because it really keeps people in the dark. And then when they see it, they won't criticize it as much because it's a little brand new if it is brand new. You know what I'm saying? And the fact they didn't know what it was and they thought they did, bro, it's gonna make them want to watch it even more. You know
Team
what I
up with
mean?
Toby and
It's gonna
Andrew,
make them kind of
everybody called that clickbait and
glue
said it was
themselves to the screen a
nonsense,
little
and then a
more.
full
At
2
least
years
that's how I
later,
feel.
it came to full fruition. And industry insider, rest in peace, Mikey Sutton, who's
I'm
now
on more
passed
with
away,
Neymar, though,
was one of the
his
first to
people.
say that they were going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, and a boatload of money to make Hugh Jackman's Wolverine come back for Deadpool 3. Everybody called that clickbait in 2019,
Deadpool, no,
and lo
that's
and
coming.
behold, it came
I don't
true.
think that's gonna be.
Last year,
Yeah,
when Jeff
I believe
Snyder,
they gonna
someone who
pull
was
through
willing
with
to
that,
put their
bro.
name on something on the Hot Mic
Hugh
podcast
Jackman
on
and Ryan
YouTube,
Reynolds wrote
said that
together.
Robert Downey Jr. was
Beautiful
coming
screen
back
time.
as Dr. Doom. Kevin Feige was asked about it within that same month because of a Marvel release, to which he responded, "Look, I don't think we need to do anything like that." And lo and behold, that came true. In fact, I didn't believe that one so much, we never covered it at the channel. The point that I'm making is that this news does get out there. And yeah, not all of it ends up becoming true. Someone said that Owen Wilson was actually going to be playing Kang in Loki Season 1. That was a huge miss. But a lot of the stuff that ends up getting corroborated that comes from the trusted industry insider sources that have built up track records over the last 3 or 4 years, there's a reason channels like mine exist. There's a reason there is a whole rumor mill
There's a
and
reason
news
like
cycle
channel like
for
mine
Marvel
exists
movies
too.
in the
You know
first
what I'm
place,
saying?
and it's not because 99% of this stuff is wrong. It's not. So when we were hearing Damson Idris for weeks and weeks and weeks, and people
For
were
months.
denying it, saying we couldn't know, and then Marvel Studios is like, we're
I had
not
a feeling it
casting
was
for
most likely gonna be
T'Challa.
him, bro.
Well, okay, but this concept art says that you are, and it is Damson Idris. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Is this the right new Black Panther, and how hyped does this concept art have you? Again, if you missed all of that, we put the frames in a video and broke it all down for you. That will be linked down in the description
hopping on
and
that
at the
for
end of the
sure.
video. Make sure to check that out. Of course, we're also still giving away PlayStations at the channel for every Marvel drop, TV.
Hey man, well, y'all excited about this, man? I'm glad it's Idris Alba's Idris Alba. I'm glad it's Damson. You know what I'm saying? Damson Alba. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like I ain't gonna say I feel like he's the perfect role, but look wise, he's the perfect person to fit. You know what I'm saying? To play the son, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's not too many actors of his caliber. You know, I ain't gonna lie. After watching Snowfall, bro, he got a lot of respect.